Hello everybody, I'm JackieKCooper, and my entertainment rundown for today is a double feature. I'm going to give you two reviews, on this program. So in this video, the first one is a movie called Blackbird, and the second one is a movie called Rent-A-Pal. But first, Blackbird. This one stars Susan Sarandon. She is a woman, maybe 60-ish. She's married. Her husband's played by Sam Neill. She has two daughters, one played by Kate Winslet, the other one played by Mia Wasikowska. And then the daughter Mia Wasikowska plays she's in a gay relationship with an actor played by Bex Taylor Klaus. And then Kate Winslet has a husband played by Rainn Wilson and a son played by Anson Boone. And then also in the film is Susan Sarandon's best friend in the movie, played by Lindsay Duncan. So you've got an amazing cast in this film, and they've all gathered together on a weekend because Susan Sarandon's character is suffering for something. They never say specifically, but I got the impression that it was like Lou Gehrig's disease. And she has talked to doctors, and they do not offer her any sense of a cure. It's just going to get progressively worse. And so she decides that she will terminate her own life. And her husband, who is a doctor, supports her in this. And they gathered their daughters there to, have a final family gathering before Susan Sarandon's character kills herself. But after they're all assembled, then the family is not quite as united in their agreement, for this to happen as it seemed at the start. And some cracks in the family unit began to show over this a day and a half that it takes place, and you see all of these different facets of the family emerge. Your feelings about assisted suicide will certainly affect how you respond to this film, but neither here nor there. The acting is superb all the way through. This is the kind of performance by Susan Sarandon that people get nominated for awards. She is just perfectly cast in this role. She has a brittleness to her. Also the I can face anything type features in her personality. The two daughters certainly play well with Sarandon, and they're obstinate enough in their characters and in their portrayals that they're a good contrast. And Rainn Wilson, who plays the husband of Kate Winslet, he is just, whoever did the casting for this movie found the absolute right person to play the part, because he just suits it to a T. And it's a lot of dialogue. There's not much action to the film. It's the interactions and the things that the different people in the family say to each other and how they move forward and backwards on their feelings about what is going to take place. And then there's Anson Boone, who plays Kate Winslet and Rainn Wilson's son in the film, and he's the only grandchild, and so his reaction is at a different level. He's maybe 18 years old, and so how he reacts to this knowledge about what's going to happen to his grandmother is also in play. So it's got a lot into it. You can really dig into the different elements of this film and see different reactions of different people, and then you'll find yourself projecting your own feelings onto this film. So the film is rated R for profanity and then just the subject matter of assisted suicide. I scored it 6 out of 10. I thought it was above average, especially in the acting department. It takes a while to get into the movie story-wise, and you have highs and lows of different reactions, but it's still interesting. And I thought it was above average, and in any normal year, I think Susan Sarandon, people would see this movie and she would be picked out as a possible nominee for Best Actress for her performance. But with movie going being what it is these days, who knows how many people will even see this performance. We'll just have to see how it goes. But that is my review of Blackbird, rated R, getting a 6 out of 10. The next movie I want to tell you about is called Rent-A-Pal, and it stars Will Wheaton. He was on Star Trek. I think I remember Will Wheaton. He was in the movie Stand By Me when he was a child actor. He's been in a lot of different things on television, primarily not really a movie actor per se. But this is the story of a 40-something-year-old man played by Brian Landis Folkens, and he lives with his mother. He lives down in the basement, the stereotypical situation there. But his father's dead, his mother has dementia, and so his whole life is spent, taking care of her. He doesn't have a job. They live on his mother's Social Security income, and that's his life. But he wants to, find a relationship. And this is in the mid 70s, late 70s, somewhere around there. And he signs up for one of these organizations where you make a video and tell about yourself, and then people can, look at your video and decide if you're interested, and then make arrangements to meet, etc. Well, he's been doing this. He's made a video, and they've sent it out, but he doesn't get anybody who seems to be interested in him. So he's just getting desperate. And then one day when he's at this business where they make the videos and make the arrangements, he sees a video that says Rent-A-Pal, and he purchases it, takes it home, and this is a guy named Andy, played by Will Wheaton. And on the video, he says, "I want to be your friend. I want to be your best friend. Tell me something about yourself. We'll have each other's backs." And the guy kind of becomes obsessed with this video and begins to go slowly sink into madness as he then finds himself talking to the video and letting the video guide him in different things that, to do, that type of thing. And the movie just goes completely crazy. I mean, you're sitting there, you're thinking, what am I watching? Where is this thing going? The mother is driving him crazy with her dementia and her demands. She keeps calling him by her husband's name. He keeps saying, no, I'm David, I'm your son. Excuse me. But, she comes in and out of rationality, that type thing. So then he finds out that someone has seen his video and wants to meet him. And so there's a hope for, something good to come out of all this chaos. And so you have to watch the movie to see where it goes. But this is like a horror movie that you didn't know was a horror movie, but it is. But like I said, it stars Will Wheaton, Brian Landis Folkens, never heard of him. He's very, very good in the role. Amy Rutledge and Kathleen Brady. Now, again, aside from Will Wheaton, you've probably never heard of these people. The film is not rated, but I would give it an R for violence and profanity, because there is a lot of both in the film. But it is interesting. You don't know where this thing is going. You think, everybody, is this when he's sane, or is this when he's crazy, or is he just having delusions or whatever? But I scored it 6 out of 10. I bumped it up above average because I couldn't have turned that movie off without finding out what happened at the end in any way. I was bent, bound, and determined to know what the outcome of Rent-A-Pal would be. So, there it is. Reach down there, hit the subscription button. I want to tell you about all these movies, the good, the bad, the ugly, and we will keep informing you week after week with these videos. But for today, this has been Jackie K. Cooper's Entertainment Rundown, featuring a double feature review of Blackbird and Rent-A-Pal.